Good day, everyone. These are the points that I learned from the indoctrination teaching of Brother Eli. Today, 13th of April 2021, I learned that the true church of the Bible is called the Church of God. And I also learned that in the Bible, there is already a church. We should not build a new church like Roman Catholic and all others, but there has been a church that has been built in the Bible, which is the Church of God, and that is where we should join. We should join the Church of the Bible, which is the Church of God. And we can be united in the Church of the Bible through the gospel of Jesus Christ. That is the only place that we can be united in the Church of the Bible. The owner of the church is God. The owner of the church of the Bible is God. God is the owner of the church in the Bible. So the book of 1 Timothy 3 verse 15 says, "But if I tarry long, that thou mayest know how thou ought to behave thyself in the house of God, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and the ground of truth." Christ is the pillar and the ground of truth of the church of God. Now, the church of God is the holy true church of the Bible, and that is why it is called the Church of God. Even the apostles call it the Church of God. They call the church, the first church, the Church of God. There was no other specific name than the Church of God. So Paul was called in the Church of God. Now I learned that we belong to animal kingdom, but we are superior to all other animals. We are superior to all of them. The book of Romans 1 verse 25 says, "We have received grace and apostleship for obedience to the faith among all nations." So we have received grace and apostleship, which means that we have the grace, we have the apostleship to be obedient among all. And the God and the church in the Bible is named after God. It is named after God because it is called the Church of God. Then the book of Acts 20 verse 28, it is said that it is written that it is so better to call the church of God. It is better to call the church of God. What we are going to do with the church of God? Okay, what are we going to do with the church of God? The question was asked that what are we going to do with the church of God in the Bible? The Brother Eli asked the question during the teaching that what are we going to do to the church of God in the Bible? And we are to join it. We are to join the church of God in the Bible. He backed it up with Romans 12 verse 9. He said we are to join it. And not accepting the doctrine of Jesus is like rejecting Jesus Christ. When we don't accept the doctrine, it means we are rejecting Jesus Christ. In the Bible, there is already a church, and that is the Church of God. So when we don't accept the doctrine of Christ, it means we are rejecting Christ and we are rejecting the church. We should not build a new church like other churches, but we should know that there is already a church in the Bible. Acts 10 verse 35 says, "But in every nation, he that feareth him and walketh righteously is accepted with him." Is accepted with him. We should know that when we accept Christ, we have accepted the church. We have accepted the church, and the book of Ephesians 1 verse 13 says that in whom ye also trust, after that ye heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that ye believed, ye were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise. We have been sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise. I also learned that from the teaching of Brother Eli today, and that accepting Christ is keeping his commandments. When we accept Christ, it means we are keeping his commandments. So these are the few points I'm able to share in my video today, 13th of April 2021. And the doctrine teaching has been a powerful one, and I'm so blessed with the teachings of Brother Eli. Thank you so much. New things that I haven't even think of for years, I'm able to get that through this teaching. Thank you so much, Brother Eli. Thank you.